Hello, welcome back to the Spider-Man Retrospective. And this will be the last one for the night. I'm getting tired for tonight. I thought I could finish season 1 tonight, but I'm looking at it. I have 2 more one-off episodes, then the 3-part Indian costume, then a 2-parter, and then the one final episode. That's a lot to try to do tonight. So if I'm gonna stop with this one, and then I'll continue tomorrow. So we have Dr. Octopus Armed and Dangerous, which apparently on Wikipedia came before the previous episode because I had the thumbnails. This thumbnail was first. But yes, as described, our villain is the Jackal. No, just kidding. The Jackal's not in this series. No Miles Warren here. But Dr. Octopus, of course. Felicia Hardy is kidnapped. Oh no! Not the last time that will happen. That's for sure. And it's Dr. Otto Octavius. Something that confounds me. This guy's supposed to be a genius. A super genius. A brilliant scientist. But an average fighter. And he signs his own name to it, so he wants it to be known. Apparently, he has a history with Felicia's mother. He was working for them, doing an experiment, but because she was taking too long and she wasn't seeing results, she cut his funding, and he had to resort to doing his experiments in this bottom of the barrel, rundown basement in a rundown building, and the facilities weren't up to code, and there was an explosion, and it resulted in welding the robotic arms that he used for his experiments to his back, and he can control them with his mind. They don't go the route of the movies where it messes with his mind. He snapped. That's all. However, his plan of what he wants to achieve is very similar to the one in the movie, much like what they did with Amazing Spider-Man and the lizard, turning people into lizards. Here he wants to create this renewed energy source that can harness the power of the sun in the palm of your hand, as he said in the movies. But here, it's something, it's nuclear fission, I think, is what's supposed to be. It was supposed to be more powerful than anything that they have. And that's this whole thing. So it's very similar to that. Although Oscorp is not involved here. It's Felicia's family. So he has Felicia and wants a ransom. He also ends up kidnapping Jameson when Jameson is told to set everything. Yeah. So he kidnaps Jameson as well. So because of this, Peter gets the idea that maybe because no one wants Spider-Man's help with this, so he says, okay, maybe Peter Parker can help because he knows Octavius, because Octavius was a teacher of his at a science camp he wants to, as Uncle Ben sent him to as a kid. Science camp, not camp. I don't know when this is supposed to be set because Mary Jane is not mentioned here, and he's still flirting with Felicia, so it's weird. But he shows up as himself, and talks to Dr. Octavius, where he explains what happened to him, and he wants to show him his newest experiment, which he does, and then Peter's like, "Well, why don't you let them go? Are you ridiculous?" He's like, apparently he was lied to, so he's lying to them, so he's not going to release them. What he's going to do, I don't know, because it's a kid's show. They can just say, I'm going to kill them. No, it's just, I do like the voice actor. I don't know who it is, but whenever I picture Doc Ock, besides Alfred Molina, I think of the German accent guy here, that kind of, yeah. You are a thorn in my side. That kind of, yeah. So this is confusing. So, when Peter tells him he's not gonna help him anymore, he flings Peter out the window. Because he's Spider-Man, he survives, but he puts in the spider suit and jumps in and fights. We have this battle, which I'll get to. So we have this battle, and he decides to use this thing that Doc Ock has as like a magnet to attract him and stick him up. But now he can't get to them because something's going to go off, and he needs Dr. Octopus to stop it. Dr. Octopus says, "As soon as you let me go, I will destroy you." So what do? He's able to work around it. Save the day, of course. Save the day. Saving the day. Yes. And take care of Doc Ock at the same time. But it's after this that it gets confusing. Okay? So Spider-Man flings himself out the window. Oh, I gotta go. And she's like, "Oh, Peter!" And so he hides himself in the garbage can and quickly changes back. And she takes the garbage off of him. And he's fine. And I'm just like, she doesn't question how he was flung out the window and is still alive? Falling on the garbage cans. Who knows if there's metal in there? Who knows what he fell on? He's underneath the pile of garbage, which means he fell through the garbage, supposedly, if that's the way she doesn't once ask how he survived. He's just fine, and they flirt, of course. I do like when he first shows up as Peter Parker, she's like, "Peter!" And JJ's like, "Parker, what are you doing here?" Something like that. Yeah. Also, Felicia's mom hates Spider-Man, but it's worth giving Peter a chance because she wants nothing to do with Spider-Man. When Peter says he wants to help, she's like, no, let him help. Because she knows that Peter is her daughter's friend. And she knows that Spider-Man has caused trouble. So, yeah, that works to an advantage. I guess. This is a great introduction to Dr. Octopus, you know. A lot of people want to put him as the first villain. I think Lizard was a good choice for first villain, in my opinion. Because now you put this here, like episode 4 or 5, depending on what the actual air date was. I think it, well, here. Oh! Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Dr. Otto Octavius, Dr. Octopus, Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., a.k.a. Alfred from Batman the Animated Series. And if you think about it, and you think of Alfred's voice and you think of Doc Ock's voice, you'll realize, yes, they're very similar. What else do we got? Felicia Hardy, Jennifer Hale, I knew that. Robbie Robertson, Rodney Salisbury, spelled Saul like Saul Goodman, Saul. Mrs. Hardy, Rue McClanahan. Hey, I was reading that, asshole. Security guard is voiced by Rodney Salisbury, the same one. Butler, Evans Willis Jr. He's got some FBI agent, paramedic. Yeah. Rodney Salisbury doing a lot of other. Yeah. I guess Aunt May wasn't in this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay attention now. Yeah. Everybody has her. Yeah. This was a good one. Solid episode. One thing to note is there's something from the opening here. I don't know if it's this opening or the second season opening, where he's jumping off the wall and the tentacle things are crashing into the wall as he flips from one of the openings. One of them. Great note that. Sometimes you'll see that. Like the thing with Mary Jane in the newspaper, which is in one of the openings. This one is also one from there. So, yeah. And the end of the episode shows Doc Ock in prison. And the way they keep it in there is they have each of his tentacles strapped to the wall. And he says, "Stone walls do not the prison make." So, indicating he may get out. Spoiler alert. He does, but I won't tell you how. And not on his own. But yes, that's a very interesting way that things are dealt. So, yes, as you see, I have the Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock DVD in the background. This is the first one that actually connected to it. I guess I could have put the Ultimate Villain Showdown for something else, but I could just have, because the Ultimate Villain Showdown is just Spider-Man's head, so that could just be in the background. I thought I had a Spider-Man t-shirt. Apparently I have Venom, and that's it. But when we get to the Venom, I'll put that shirt out. Apparently I only have the Venom shirts. Do you think I'm biased in that? Do you think I like Venom? Do you think? He's my favorite Spider-Man villain up there. Let me put it out now. My top 5 favorite Spider-Man villains. Number 5, Mysterio. Right? Number 4, Hobgoblin. That's right. Hobgoblin. Put some respect on his name. Number 3, Carnage. Yep, Carnage. Mm-hmm. Number 2 is the Kingpin. Yes, the Kingpin is a Spider-Man villain from this show. Yeah. And number 1, of course, is Venom. You know. And then Kraven, I see more as an anti-hero, especially in this show. The way they explain the serum and how that works, he's more of an anti-hero here than a straight-up villain. So, yeah. And you got others later, like the Vulture. I like how they do the Vulture here. Scorpion and Shocker, decent ones. The Rhino is fun. Tombstone's a good one. Just saying. Anyway, so what are your thoughts on this episode? No comments, so make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.